the nice thing is that we can bring all these parameters into a very nice picture, which is very useful because later we are going to use this table a lot. We call this table Edgeworth Box. Well, what is the role of this table? Well, it's very simple. It's a table that basically tells us all feasible allocations in this economy. All right, well, first off, I will put on the horizontal axis one good and the vertical axis the other good. All right, so let's say the horizontal axis refers to good 1 and the vertical axis refers to good 2. All right, the number of good 1 and the number of good 2. So here, think of this as like this is the 0, 0 point for consumer A. What does that mean? That means this is the origin point for individual A, and I'm going to put the origin point 0, 0 for agent B. So this 0, 0 is agent B's 0. Okay? So one more thing. The length of this side, remember the horizontal axis represents good 1. So the length of it is equal to the number of available good 1 in this economy, or the total supply of good 1. WA1 plus WB1. So this is the total supply of good 1. Similarly, the vertical axis is WA2 plus WB2, meaning the total supply of good 2 in this economy. All right, so here, because of this construction, because this side is equal to the total supply of good 2 and this is the total supply of good 1, when I pick a point, any point, it is actually an allocation, XA, XB. How so? Well, I mean, how we read this allocation. So this is, remember XA itself is a vector, like XA1, XA2. Same for XB. So this is going to be how much XA, agent A is going to consume in good 1. And this is XA2, how much good 2 agent A is going to consume. Well, what about those remaining parts? I mean this part and this part. For this, you have to look from the perspective of agent B. So this part is basically how much agent B consumes in good 2, and this is how much agent B consumes in good 1. So you see, for any point in this box, any point in this box and or the boundaries, what we have here is the following. XA1 plus XA2, right? XA1 plus XA1 plus XB1 always equals to WA1 plus WB1. Symmetrically, XA2 plus XB2 is equal to the total supply. Meaning, if you remember the definition of feasibility, any allocation in this box is efficient allocation. And any allocation outside of this box is therefore inefficient. Infeasible. Infeasible. All right? So therefore, we can represent this pure exchange economy by this simple box, because this simple box includes all, but all feasible allocations. I'm sorry, I keep confusing with efficiency, but I will later define it. It's another very important concept. So again, this box contains all the feasible allocations available in this economy. And once more, the way we draw this box is very simple. It's just, a square or rectangle, but one side is good one, it's equal to the total, the length of this side is equal to the total supply of good one, and the other side is equal to the total supply of the other good. And so this we put one agent on one corner and the other agent on the other corner, and so this is how we create this box, and we call it Edgeworth Box. All right, so next I'm going to ask questions like, if they bring some initial endowment, which has to be, by the way, in this box, then the question is, are they willing to make a trade? Are they going to exchange these goods? And if so, where are they going to end up? So to answer those questions, we need this box, and you'll see how we use it.